that like I wasn't going to be that way. And it was like, oh, is this going to be too much? Like, I don't know. Because I would ask him, like, when things were bad when I got back, I would say, like, do you want to break up? Like, your behavior is not normal. You're not acting the same way towards me. You're not being nice to me. Like, I don't understand what's going on. And I would ask, like, do you want to break up? Like, give him the opportunity many times over those couple of weeks since I got back before I ended it. And he would say, like, no, I just need time. Like, I need time to, like, get over things, and I need to, this and that. It was just excuse after excuse, but like I gave him the chance to take the out himself, and he didn't want it. And at that point, I was still trying to fix things. I was still trying to see like, okay, like, well, what do we got to do here? But then once it became like the list of everything that was wrong with me, asking me to give up my dog, like when all that stuff started hitting, I was like, no, sorry. The infamous dog children are here.
The infamous doggy babies. No, it just seems like in the end, he doesn't know what he's looking for, because like you said, he was well aware of the dogs for 3 years. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, what it takes to have a long distance relationship. Kiera, I'm curious, where do you go from here? You're very public on social media. Obviously, you're still it sounds like you're still working through the emotions of this relationship. So, I mean, what do you think is next? Are you dating anybody now? Are you dating anybody high profile on TV? I mean, has TLC approached you and said, oh my God, you're gorgeous, and now everybody likes you, so find somebody else. Let's put you on 90 Day. Like, what's next?
No, none of that. Right now, what's next is I'm showing at New York Bridal Fashion Week this year for the first time. So really, like my big focus is just to go back into the business. I mean, after, kind of preparing myself to chat with you and everything and reading through everything, I was like, oh my Lord, like, it's just like bringing up everything. But at this point, like, I just want to be on my own. I want to go back to doing what I love. I'm happy as a single girl. I've been single for a long time. It's not like my need or desire, even though I work in weddings. Like, it's not like my ultimate goal in life. So, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't have any plans to film anything. I'll keep doing my social media the same way that I was before, during and after him. It's no big deal. But yeah, I mean, I do PR and social media for other companies as well. Along with having my own business and having to do it for that. So it's all just kind of comes naturally at this point.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, if you know anyone, let me know. I mean, I'm not against meeting someone.
Well, I was like, God, she seems like a great fit for reality TV. Like, wow, he really knows how to like keep it going on television, you'd be so good, but who knows, maybe they'll give you a show, Say Yes to the Dress,
I'm like, can they can match me abroad. I do typically date outside of the US. So like, if they're interested. Oh yeah, this is not, I travel a lot. I've been all over the world. So like my international dating roster is,
You're going to be on 90 Day, sweetie. Do you have any tips for women? What are your 3 big red flags that people should look out for? Especially dating men abroad, because you've got a lot of experience with that. Okay, what are they?
If they won't post you, then something is up. That's the first one. The second one would be like the way that they're treating you. Is that how you would want like your child to be treated in the future by a man? Like, is that really like, do you love them, or do you love the idea of them, who they can be? Because I feel like a lot of us get sucked into like the future plan and like the idea of the future. And like, so you're kind of ignoring the stuff that's happening like directly in front of your face, by being like, okay, they have all these big aspirations. They have all these big goals. And so do I. So like our future looks good together, but like we're kind of ignoring when like right now doesn't look good together.
Yeah.
And I think people stay in things for too long in that case. And definitely just like, if there's inconsistencies, if you feel like something is up, then just like trust your gut. So like, I definitely ignored it a few times. I definitely ignored it with some things. And the more word salad you get, the more full of BS those words are. So if somebody's giving you a lot of excuses and elaborate stories and things like that, there's a reason.
So sorry. I hope everything, goes better in the future. And I mean, we've all been in relationships where we feel like we look back and we're like, oh, I wasted so much time, or why didn't I, but you're here and hopefully your business is thriving. I mean, you look amazing. You do incredible wedding dresses. Where can people follow your business online?
Yeah, they can follow my Instagram. It's just Kiera Elise Collection for my business. And then, we obviously got a website and all of that. We've got a TikTok, but I'm really bad at TikTok. So I'm still learning.
I think you're doing great. All right. Wow. Usman, AKA Soldier Boy. So I don't know. Are we going to see him then on any future shows? Sounds like.
I mean, the only way I could see that happening is if somebody decided to go back on with him. I don't know, but
it is
he
not
claims that he doesn't need it. I would disagree. So we'll see what happens next. We'll see what card he plays. I don't know.
Have Kimberly and Lisa Baby Girl reached out to you with any encouragement, any just a heart emoji, anything?
I can tell you that Baby Girl Lisa is not a fan of me. So she likes to record my content and post it on her TikTok, which I find very odd. Yeah. I don't really understand the point of that, but I guess thanks for the views. And then as far as Kimberly goes, she wants to kind of be left out of the mess as much as possible, which I can respect, which is why she and I spoke through a third party essentially, because I wanted her to have some information, stuff that he had sent to me, recordings, things like that. Just I wanted her to know like exactly what was happening on my end versus her end, because I do think that we were kind of set against each other in hopes that we would never speak.
Yeah. Do you think he can change? Like, do you think, because he does portray himself as a good person online, and he seems to, at least with Kimberly, he always spoke very, very well of her. He never would say anything negative, even after, I think had come out that they'd gone their separate ways. So do you think he can change?
No, I don't, because because all of that stuff that he's doing public facing, he's not doing behind closed doors or in other rooms where people aren't listening. So like the stuff that he's saying online versus the stuff that he would say to me about her, very, very opposite. So I think that that's truly who he is. I think that he's not going to make himself look worse, out in the public eye. And I think that it's true. The messages that he sent me, I should have taken those at face value back in the day when he said the most important thing to me is my career. I really should have known that he meant over everything. So he'll sit there and say his biggest goal is to have a family and a wife and all of that stuff. And if that were true, he would have that stuff.
In 3 years, I have 2 more questions for you. In 3 years of being with him, did you ever FaceTime with his family?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. And what did they say to you, or what was the translation to you?
It was always really good. I FaceTimed with his family and their kids and everything. Like when he would go over for dinner, they would FaceTime me. I have videos of me with the nephews that you've seen on FaceTime. I've FaceTimed with his mother a few times. Obviously she doesn't speak any English, so it would be through him. But yeah, I chatted with his family. He's chatted with mine. He's FaceTimed with my dad.
Well, his family must have been very happy to see you. Were they laying it on thick? They wanted him to be with a younger woman who could give him children. That was their whole thing.
They were all really nice, really kind, really genuine people. It was just very natural and easy. So I don't know what they're thinking of the other stuff, unless he's telling them also that that stuff's not real. It's, to pay the bills, etc. So I don't really know what they thought, other than we got along. They allegedly liked me. I had approval. I didn't need to buy a goat, all the
above. That's true. Kimberly gave him an ox, I think, as a gift or something. So, okay. And then has anybody slid in your DMs? I don't know. I just picture you with I picture you with kind of a hot American guy. I
will say that there has been some other 90-day men that have slid in. But I don't know what the intentions are. I'm just okay, Nita. So
boy, they all keep it right in the family, huh? They really stick with the 90-day people. So other 90-day fiance, anybody you want to name?
No, I'm gonna do him a favor because it's never gotten too far in the conversation, but it would just be like checking in, asking how it's going, what happened, that kind of stuff. So I don't know what the intentions were behind it, but I was just send him the article and said, here you go.
And where do you and Usman stand today? Have you blocked each other? Do you hear from him?
Yeah, I blocked him after the interview, the stuff with my father, all of that kind of stuff. I was like, oh no, not happen. The night that he messaged me about my dad and was trying to play the nice guy that he cared about my dad, and then I was being the bitch. I don't know if we can say that on here.
You can say anything that you want.
But I was being the bitch, in my response to him when he was being so kind that he didn't have to reach out and ask about my dad. When he was trying to flip that script, that night was when I was like, no. And so I blocked him on everything and was like, I'm done. You don't need to watch my stories. If you can't be cordial, then stop pretending for the public eye that we're on good terms. You haven't made that effort to be on good terms, so we're not on good terms. After that, when I started going on TikTok and talking about everything and actually saying stuff that happened, I did give him, after the Tasha K interview, I did give him the ultimatum that he was more than welcome to do a video where he addresses the lies that he told about me, make a little public apology, and that I wouldn't say anything else about the rest of the things that I know. He did not want to do that. He called me and tried to justify his bad behavior. I essentially just hung up and said, you have your choices. You can either make it right with me and I'll just let you live the lies of all the other stuff that you talk about, or not. And he chose not. And he told me the last message that he sent to me was very telling. I think it shows kind of the mask slipping off on the really nice guy facade. So the last message he sent me was, you can go ahead and do what you want to do. It's your choice. Just know that I didn't send anyone to you. I hope that for whatever you want to do, you don't make yourself look like a fool, because that's what everyone thinks of you now.
Yes, I saw that. You posted that on your TikTok too, right?
Yeah. So,
Well, thank you for sharing your side of the story. I think everybody's been curious because we were like, where did she come from? And what?
I know. Everyone's like, that was so quick. I'm like, well, it was quick from when you guys knew to when I ended it. Yes, I agree 100%. That was quick for you guys to find out and then get it ripped out right from under you. But it was quick for me too.
Well, I got news for you. I thought you guys were a really well-matched couple. And now I see you with, I guess, just a hot Nigerian rapper. I mean, I'm not sure that's who you really want to go with, but
there's been a couple of those that have reached out. Yeah. Some comedians, some other musicians.
It was a hot Black comedian too. Oh my God. I mean, I don't know. I love it. I think you're just, you're well suited with him. So, okay. Keep us posted on who you're dating next. We want photos.
Absolutely.
Everyone get a Kiera Elise wedding gown as well. I wish I'd known about you. I would have worn your wedding gown in a heartbeat when I got married about 4 years ago.
Come see me for wedding gowns. If you head to my Instagram, there's also merch that you can support my brand, or also the really mean TikTok comments that I was getting. We've made merch out of. So we've got some fun stuff on there, and all of that goes towards my New York Fashion Week dreams. So
thank you for being on, Kiera. Really, seriously, we love having your side of the story.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
All right, girl. Hold on. Let me